Why does a tambourine have such a magical influence on us? In just a few minutes, it puts us into a trance. Have you ever wondered why it has such a magical impact on us? The reason is that each of us heard our mother's heartbeat in childhood. We hear that sound. Involuntarily, we fall into that same state inside the mother's womb, where it's warm and calm, our nervous system relaxes, and other organ systems rejuvenate. This is how water reacts to sounds of different frequencies. And we are made up of 70% water. So, sound can be used for healing. Yes, we will tell you how sound therapy works and provide you with 10 healing sounds that will harmonize you. Quantum physics claims that everything is a wave, meaning vibration. We live in a world of various vibrations, high, low, noticeable, and imperceptible, that can either heal or harm our bodies and the surrounding environment. Many patterns on wood and fabric are the result of the influence of specific harmonic sound vibrations, even though these sound waves are sometimes imperceptible to humans. Today, humans have learned to literally see sound through devices that transform its emissions into images. This has made it possible to observe how the energy taking the form of sound is absorbed by our physical bodies and how this sound affects our organism. How does different sound affect you? Personally, I can listen to classical music, and I experience a loss of energy from low-budget music containing slang words. Research by scientists from Germany under the leadership of Peter Hubner, Dr. Abramsam from San Francisco, Professor Shushari Jen Russia, and a number of other scientists have confirmed the connection of the voice of any sound's acoustic vibration with the nervous centers and all the systems of the body through healing sounds. We encounter this literally from birth. Swiss medical doctor Hans Eine from Basel, while not the discoverer of the healing properties of sound, conducted a series of amazing experiments, thanks to which we can literally see how sound works. Cymatics is the science of wave-forming properties. Scientists poured sand, liquid, or some powder onto a metal plate, which was attached to an oscillator, essentially a vibrational device. In the course of the experiment, it served as a generator capable of producing thousands of types of frequencies. The scientist Yeni discovered that under the influence of sound, sand, water, or other substances acquired amazing patterned shapes. They imitated the properties of divine geometry. You can observe a similar phenomenon when you rotate a child's kaleidoscope. The higher the frequency, the more complex the patterns in doctors' experiments. It is sound that creates harmony from chaos. Hans Jenny wrote, "Sound is not disorderly chaos, it is a dynamic but orderly pattern." Even ancient healers knew that the human body could be tuned like an orchestra. First, individual instruments are tuned, in our case systems and organs, and then the entire organism as a whole. Any disease is the appearance of chaos in the body. By using harmonious sounds, we restore the initial harmony to our bodies, much like resetting a smartphone to its factory settings. 285 Hz, a cleansing signal to cells and tissues, bringing a sense of renewal and lightness. 528 Hz, a signal for DNA healing, cell regeneration, and awakening of consciousness. 639 Hz, a vibration associated with the heart. 741 Hz, a signal for cell cleansing and healing from the effects of electromagnetic radiation. 852 Hz awakens intuition. 963 Hz activates the pineal gland and brings the body back to its perfect original state. In Russia, academician Vladimir Bekhterev, a Russian psychiatrist, was the first to pay attention to the possibilities of sound therapy. It was he who organized a committee to study the music therapeutic effects and brought together well-known doctors, composers, and musicians. Bekhterev experimentally proved that sounds are capable of restoring the human body system. Based on these studies, vocal therapy emerged. 1. Mantras are one of the powerful techniques in Vedic practice, for example, the shortest mantra known to all, the seed syllable Om. It evokes specific frequencies that imprint on the surrounding matter and alter the energy field. Yogis in deep meditation not only chant the sound Aum, but also visualize the image of a mandala, the Sri Yantra, considered to be the symbol of one of the oldest sounds in the world. Scientists have determined that the triangles in the Sri Yantra are constructed based on the frequency of pi symbol, and the harmonious laws of the golden ratio, among others. 2. The influence of rhythm. The simplest example is the shamanic drum, capable of inducing a trance state. Any rhythm carries not only emotional coloring but also has a specific impact on the body. The rhythm of music can accelerate or slow down metabolic processes in the body, relax or tone muscles, and much more. 3. Music therapy. The beneficial effects of musical compositions on overall well-being have long been established. Music therapy is widely used in modern Western clinics. The pioneer of music therapy, educator and composer Émile Jacques Dalcroze, 1865 to 1950, Switzerland, laid its foundations. Today, there is a profession known as a music therapist, a certified specialist who applies musical works in their practice. The therapeutic influence of various melodies is continually studied. For instance, a fast melody increases the heart rate, accelerates blood circulation, and nourishes all organs, while a slow, gentle melody lowers blood pressure and soothes. 4. Bell therapy. Over a century ago, it was noticed that the ringing of bells accelerates recovery. During epidemics, the sound of bells hardly ceased to disperse infected air. It turned out that under the influence of these vibrations, the agents of many diseases indeed perished. In my personal opinion, the sound acted more on people, bringing their energy levels back to normal, dispelling fear, stress, disappointment, and making thoughts more conscious. 5. Tibetan singing bowls are known for their harmonizing effects, which are almost on par with bells. These bowls are actively used in meditative practices and for healing purposes, with a particular focus on Eastern medicine. 6. Tuning fork therapy allows us to tune not only musical instruments, but also our bodies. Tuning forks are usually brought close to paired body parts such as ears, hands, and feet. There are various techniques, all of which demonstrate high effectiveness. 7. The sounds of specific musical instruments have a harmonizing effect on different systems of the body. For example, harp therapy is effective for dealing with intense mental and emotional stress. The cello can be used for kidney disease prevention, while the sounds of the violin have a beneficial impact on the liver and spleen. Guitar sounds are beneficial for the normal functioning of the gastrointestinal tract, and the gusli, as a unique instrument, harmonizes all systems and organs. 8. Healing with the sounds of nature holds great significance. Sounds like the sound of rain, rustling leaves, morning bird chirping, and the sound of waves on the sand create a specific psycho-emotional background and have a healing effect on us. There are specific recommendations for different conditions. For example, in cases of vegetative vascular dystonia, it is useful to listen to mountain echoes and the buzzing of bees, while for neuroses, the chirping of sparrows and the chirping of crickets are recommended. 9. Pronouncing specific sounds is one of the oldest forms of sound therapy. This method involves the prolonged pronunciation of sounds, usually vowel sounds, toning. We intuitively engage in toning when we experience physical or emotional tension, emitting sounds that soothe our bodies, even if it's just groaning. Well-known Taoist healing practices, such as the 6 healing sounds, are effective in this regard. 10. Vocal therapy emphasizes the magical properties of our voice. Vowel sounds, in particular, have a powerful effect. For overall rejuvenation and extending one's lifespan, it is beneficial to sustain the sound O at a constant pitch, which has a positive impact on the endocrine system.